Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. In the last episode, we were sharing all of our evidence that proves that Kaede is the culprit. Not the mastermind, not Shuichi, but Kaede. And even Kaito is starting to agree that innocent-looking butter wouldn't melt in her mouth Kaede is the one who did it. And it was the same when you took the murder weapon, wasn't it?
You took the shot put ball when you got the cameras for Mew, right, Kaede?
Mm-hmm. In precise language. Kaede, is something wrong? We need to go before Mew changes her mind. Shuichi was already at the door of the warehouse, waiting for me. Oh, sorry. I shoved the things I was holding into my backpack and ran after him.
So you were hiding it the entire time? Where would she have even hidden it?
In her backpack. Where did Kaede keep it? It could only be one place. In her backpack, in her skirt, no.
That's it! Kaede's backpack. She was carrying the shot put ball in there. Despite its weight, it would have been easy to carry in a backpack. I noticed you also had a spare vest, which you could have wrapped it in. That would prevent the cameras you were carrying from being damaged.
And that means all of this happened right in front of Shuichi.
But we should not blame him for that. None of those actions warranted suspicion at the time, so he might not have noticed.
And he trusted her. Ultimately, he trusted her. She was the one person he was like, okay, I don't think this girl is the mastermind. I don't think she's murderous. I will trust her with my plan. And that's where it all fell apart. He should never have trusted Kaede.
That clears it all up then. Every part of the crime Kaede plotted.
That can't be. It's gotta be mistake, right?
Oh, Gonta. Poor sweet Gonta, no.
But if all of that is true, then that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, it's Kaede, you know? She kept preaching about working together, and then she goes and kills in cold blood!
No, something still doesn't fit.
Oh, that... I find it interesting that they're cutting each other off. That's happened twice now. Here's the thing. She did all of this because she wanted to end the game. She wanted to find out who the mastermind is. That doesn't make what she did right. As much as I don't like saying this, because I think Kokichi is a bitch, I am with him on this. Admittedly, he's probably just like, oh, she did this in cold blood. Like, he doesn't give a shit. He really doesn't give a shit. He's just trying to twist the knife even further. Like, oh, how could she do this? She was preaching about working together, about not doing what Monokuma wanted, and then she did what Monokuma wanted. Oh, like, he's trying to twist the knife. However, I do agree with him to a certain point. You know, she went, oh, we can't give in, we can't give in. But I'm gonna go plan a murder. Like, if Rentaro had agreed, fair play. The fact that Rentaro was like, hey, what's this camera? Like, he clearly was not involved in any of this. He was just like, I'm gonna go open up the hidden door. What's that flashing at me? Like, it would be one thing if Kaede approached him and was like, listen, I have a way to figure out the mastermind, but someone's gotta die. And he was like, you know what, I'll do it. Fair play. Fair play, like, I'll do it. I'll be the one who sacrifices themselves. That would be one thing. But he clearly was completely unaware of what was going on around him. She murdered him. She might have had good intentions. I don't care. It's like I was saying before. She had good intentions trying to get everyone out for the escape tunnel, but she spent hours forcing everyone to hurt themselves. Yes, you had good intentions. Your intentions cause people to be physically hurt. I don't give a shit about your intentions. I don't care. Oh, I meant well. People are hurt. people are hurt. A court of law is not going to give a fuck that you had good intentions when you have hurt people. A court of law is not going to care that you were trying to save people when you murdered that man. It would be one thing if he agreed to it, and this was all some joint plan they had, but the look on his face, he clearly was completely unaware. She murdered him. She straight up murdered him, and I don't agree with that.
What doesn't fit?
Kaede wouldn't do something like that.
But she did. She literally did. You've just proved that she did.
Huh? You mean she's not the type? But you were the one that said she did it, right?
Yes, I did say that. But murder in cold blood is just not in her character.
Okay, I see where this is going. She had good intentions. Again, you can't stand before a judge and say, oh, well, I was trying to save everyone when I murdered that man. I shouldn't get any jail time. Okay, yeah, you save people. You still murdered someone. You're still going to prison. Like, the only explanation would be Rantaro was holding us hostage and I killed him to get everyone out because he was going to kill us. That, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. He was a threat to you. You neutralized the threat. Go for it. Like, good job. Have a medal. But he wasn't a threat. He wasn't a threat. He was not the one keeping you hostage. He was not the mastermind. This is where I'm like, yeah, I disagree with that. She had good intentions. She killed someone. She ended their life prematurely. I don't care.
I truly believe that. I believe in her.
But why?
'Cause Shuichi is a simp, apparently.
Why do you still believe in me, Shuichi? Why? Tell me why!
She at least has the decency to be like, I am a scumbag. I murdered a man. Like, she at least has the decency of knowing what she is. Shuichi, please don't try and make her feel better.
Why are you doing this? Are you still looking away from the truth?
Not at all. My belief in you is going to lead me to the truth. I'll show you what's behind all this. I'll show you your truth.
I know this is getting crazy, right? But it's time for another tutorial, okay? Your opponent is on the ropes, but they're in argument armament mode and won't listen to you. Oh no, don't this, I can't dance revolution my way through things, please, please. You have to remove their armaments to refute what they're saying. That's how argument armament works. Holy shit, what the fuck is that? That's a cool ass outfit. No! I can't do this. I could barely do this on a keyboard. Okay, I need to take a real good look at this. That is a really cool outfit design for Kaede. Okay. The objective is to destroy all your opponent's armaments, then strike the finishing blow. You match the rhythm to shoot down your opponent's statements to damage the armament. The markers on top of your opponent's statements are called rhythm sites. I don't have to steer anything. It's just it's the DDR bullshit. Oh no. The markers on top of your opponent's statements are called rhythm sites. Right when the gauge marks 1 revolution, press the correct button to shoot the statement. When damaged enough, their armament will break and the music will change. The tempo will also pick up, so match the timing, please, no. Can't get on rhythm? Try pressing right bumper to activate Fever Time. During Fever Time, you will be invincible and you can press any button. You can only activate it when your focus gauge is full, so watch it carefully. When your opponent's armament is destroyed, you can give your final argument. Your argument will be displayed with 4 words assigned to A, Y, X, and B. Press the buttons in the correct order to land the finishing blow. Use split-second logic to refute your opponent's final argument. As As always, it was a pleasure. Oh, thank you, tutorial. I don't want to do this.
You still believe in me? I'm definitely the culprit. You think I wouldn't do it? It's all my fault! You still believe in me? I'm definitely the culprit. I'm the one who killed Rantaro! That's the truth of this case! And that's all there is to it! I'm a terrible murderer! I betrayed everyone!
Oh.
I'm the one who killed Rantaro! That's the truth of this case! Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. If you say you believe in me, then... don't look away from the truth! Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. If you say you believe in me, then...
Okay, okay.
Do you know what I was trying to do?
You weren't persuaded by Monokuma, and you weren't trying to save yourself.
Okay, so that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That was a lot easier than the one in the last game. Again, here's my thing. I don't think that murder is acceptable unless it is in cases of self-defense. That's my issue. And Rantaro wasn't a threat. And I can understand where they're coming from, like, oh, you were trying to kill the mastermind, you were trying to do this, but she failed. She didn't kill the mastermind, she killed an innocent person, and then tried to use the class trial to further her own goals. Yeah, I can understand why some people will be like, oh, that's sympathetic, that's sympathetic. My argument is that Rantaro is dead, and Rantaro didn't do jack shit. Rantaro didn't do anything that warranted being murdered, yet that's exactly what Kaede did. I can understand that, like, oh, but she was trying to kill the mastermind, she was trying to kill the mastermind. Again, she failed. She did not kill the mastermind. She killed someone who was no threat, who had not caused any harm, who was trying to stop the game himself, saying, oh, but she had a reason, she had a reason. I do not care. I simply do not find that a decent explanation. If Rantaro was trying to kill her, like in some way I can like Leon and oh, what's her face? Stabby bitch singer. I can't remember her name. I'm a psychic. Her. I felt rather bad for Leon because she invited in there to kill him, and then he killed her. I'm like, you know what, I find that sympathetic. I don't find, oh, I tried to kill someone, but I killed someone else by mistake, and therefore I have a degree of innocence. I disagree with that. I disagree with that entirely.
What you were trying to do was kill the mastermind.
Just in case.
Kill the mastermind? Kaede wasn't targeting Rantaro. She was targeting the mastermind.
And her targeting was way off, and she killed an innocent person. I'm not gonna let that go.
She was trying to end this killing game. She was trying to save us all.
And she killed an innocent person.
Isn't that right, Kaede?
I see! Otherwise, everyone would have died when the time limit expired.
So, she tried to end the killing game by killing the mastermind?
And instead she killed an innocent person.
But it's all my fault. Kaede trusted my detective skills. I told her the mastermind might be there.
Here's the thing, Shuichi did enable her. He didn't realize what he was doing, but he did enable her. Kaede wouldn't have been able to pull off what she did without Shuichi's help. Shuichi didn't realize he was helping her. I can't blame Shuichi in this because she manipulated him. If I'm blaming Shuichi, then I'm saying it's his fault that he was easily manipulated. That's victim blaming, and I won't do that. I can't blame Shuichi in this. Kaede manipulated him and killed an innocent man. Yet, here's the thing. Shuichi even said, it's just a guess. I'm just guessing that the mastermind will be there, but she took his guess for fact. That's on Kaede. That's on Kaede. She made the decision to kill someone without knowing who she was killing. Like, if she had known, okay, you know who the mastermind is, you're going after them. She didn't. She took a guess, and her guess was way off, and she killed an innocent person. And I'm not... The fact that she had good intentions does not negate what she did.
And that's why she set that trap. It's all my fault. She trusted my detective work, and I screwed it up.
No. No. She used you, she manipulated you, she took what you said as fact when you even repeatedly said, it's just a guess. I am making an educated guess. That is not on Shuichi.
Stop. It's not true.
Thank you, Kaede. Back me up here.
Please, don't say it's your fault. It'll be harder for me.
Girl, no, that's not... I was with her, and then like, oh, stop saying that, it'll be harder for me. Bitch, you murdered someone. I don't care what's harder for you.
None of this is your fault. It's mine.
There we go.
Everything's my fault.
It is.
Kaede.
Oh, buddy.
Shuichi, can I ask you to do one last favor for me? Can you end all of this?
What?
I want you to reveal everything that happened and convince everyone. And then, I want you to end this.
Take this gun. Kill me.
That's my final wish.
I understand. I'll end all of this. I'll reveal everything. The truth and the lies.
I want to help. I want to help you grant Kaede's wish. I will now explain the closing argument. Oh, damn. We're on the closing argument already. Flipping heck. I will now explain the closing argument. The final piece of detective work to end this trial. In the closing argument, you will wrap up the case. Okay. Okay, so Y is fit. These are turn pages. Okay. In the closing argument, you will wrap up the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. But this recreation is just Shuichi's deduction, so there are gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. After selecting the panel with the plus button, press left stick, right, left, to move the cursor over the gaps. And then fit the panel in the empty space with Y. Only the correct panel will fit. Compare the empty space hints with the stock panel hints to complete the comic. There will be some panels that you cannot select at first. Filling in some gaps correctly will unlock the other panels. Press left and right bumper to switch pages and start filling in as many as you can. Thank you. Closing argument. Okay. Who wanted to fight against Monokuma after hearing the additional argument? Okay, and it was... Okay, so let's... And that's... Who was asked to modify the camera? I don't think... Yeah, no. culprit do with the library vent? Yeah, so that. Okay, prop the vent up. Oh, we've got 6 minutes. We're fine. I'm like trying to hurry this. Okay, books. Oh, actually, we do have that. Hmm. Mm, 1 hour. We want that. Oh, excuse me. No, it was, actually, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that. Okay, so this would be classroom vent. Okay. And that would be you. I mean, I'm like, wouldn't this be the dead body? Let's go back to the beginning. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello. Can we? Aha! I was like, how do we open these? How do we switch to these? Okay. Okay, I get it. I'm like, there are certain things where I'm like, I don't put that in. That's done. That's done. Yeah, they opened the encyclopedia. And then they turned the flash on. Okay. Yeah, that's everyone went down. Excuse me, can I let me see these. Yeah, I think this has to be the sensor going off. That's all good. And then he notices the flash. That's good. And then they saw the door closing. Okay, and that means the only one missing. This has to be Kaito, Gonta, and Tenko. My thought, who wanted to fight? My thought that it was Kaede. She was the one being like, oh, screw you, Monokuma, screw you. So that was my thought process. But no, I guess it was Kaito, Gonta, and Tenko.
This is the truth of the case! It all began 2 days prior, when Monokuma gave us the additional motive. The time limit added to this killing game triggered the crime. After the announcement, some of us decided to form groups to plan our next move. I had my own plan to find the mastermind, and someone offered to help me. At the time, I never would have imagined they would become the culprit. To expose the mastermind, the culprit and I set up hidden cameras in the library. There was a hidden door in the library that showed signs of use. We deduced that the mastermind would return there to let Monokuma out. The next day, we asked Mew if she could modify some cameras for our trap. We then went to the warehouse to gather the necessary materials. All we needed were disposable cameras and a security sensor. But the culprit found something else there. The murder weapon. That's right, the shot put ball. They put the cameras as well as the shot in their backpack. Then, on the day the time limit would expire, the day of the murder, the culprit and I collected the modified cameras from Mew and visited the library. Once there, we searched the room for ideal locations to place the cameras. But even then, the culprit was preparing the murder. They began by removing the vent grate and laid it inside the air duct. Then, they moved the pile of books on top of the bookcase, pretending to organize them. After that, they placed open encyclopedias on the final bookcase. It appeared innocuous enough, but it was actually a path for the murder weapon. The culprit also tampered with the hidden camera linked to the security sensor. I was responsible for setting up the other cameras, but that one, I didn't even notice their trick. They used duct tape to keep the flash function on. After the cameras were set, the culprit and I climbed the stairs to the first floor classroom. We kept a lookout for the others and waited for the security sensor to go off. During the stakeout, we saw Kaito and 6 others go down to the basement. Rantaro was with them, the first victim. After watching that group enter the game room, I returned to the classroom. With about 1 hour remaining, the security receiver I was holding went off. I assumed it was the mastermind, so I ran out of the classroom to the library. I was in such a hurry, I left the culprit behind. Looking back on it now, that was the last chance I had to stop the murder. After I had left, the culprit took the shot put ball out of their backpack and rolled it into the classroom vent. This set the murder in motion. Rantaro had moved the bookcase, triggering the receiver. Unbeknownst to him, the trap had been sprung. First, the modified camera took a picture of Rantaro with the flash on. Rantaro noticed the flash and approached the bookcase to inspect the camera. The camera flash lured Rantaro directly into the murder weapon's path. The shot the culprit tossed into the vent rolled through the air duct. came out of the library's vent and kept rolling atop the bookcase. Opening the vent grate and organizing the books was all to create a path. Under normal circumstances, the victim would have been alerted by the noise. But the promotional video was masking the sound of the shot rolling. The shot kept rolling, then fell on Rantaro's head, killing him instantly.
Well, we can say one thing for certain about Rantaro. He wasn't the ultimate lucky student, because if he was, I guarantee it would have, like, gone right past his head. He would have been like, oh shit, that almost hit me. So we can say for certain he wasn't the ultimate lucky student.
By the time we had entered the room, the murder was complete. I imagine, seeing Rantaro's body, the culprit probably thought, the mastermind is dead, the game is over, now we can all go home. But their wish didn't come true, because Rantaro wasn't the mastermind. It was murder, in an attempt to save all our lives. That is the truth.
But it was still murder.
That's the truth behind your lies, Kaede Akamatsu. The ultimate pianist.
I'ma just grab that. Thank you very much.
And that concludes the events of this case.
And I am gonna bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, I think we may be having our very first execution, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Danganronpa.